Have you ever heard anybody say that Jesus didn't do enough? Have you?
I can't say that I've ever really heard somebody say exactly that. Maybe in some way, but
I heard it recently and it puzzled me. I've never heard anybody say it, but she said, maybe you should have done more preaching. And I said, has that worked for you?
yeah, that's good answer.
So, yeah, I can't, I just never have even thought that way before. Jesus didn't do enough. Come on, what are you
Well, I
expecting?
have heard people say, well, if God, why didn't he just make people righteous and then everything be fine? What's the problem with that concept? Could God create righteous people?
Well, he does. Just not that way.
Well, if he just created everybody righteous, there'd be a problem. His own justice would never accept that. Because if they are
'Cause
righteous,
that's cheating.
pardon?
Because that would be cheating.
Yeah. If they're righteous simply by his creation, well, it says only God is righteous. So he'd be duplicating himself, sort of, and nothing outside of God can be God. It just can't work that way. So he's provided an amazing way, which is pretty much beyond our comprehension, but which we are born in him, inheriting through that birth his DNA. So we become children of God, really literal children of God, but always based on choice. He doesn't just create it that way. Remember the story of Pinocchio?
Yeah.
The old man Geppetto wanted a son.
Mm-hmm.
So he carved one out of wood, and then through the magic of the good fairy or someone, life comes. And now this puppet begins to live a lot like a son. But he's not really a son. He's just a creation of the old wood carver,
He's
isn't
just
he?
an old wooden-headed puppet.
Yeah. And so, of course, the story tells us that he gets into trouble and so on. But the concept is that God does not want a bunch of puppets. He could make puppets that would do and speak and act just like he wants them to, but they're just puppets. If you knew that someone loved you, but you found out the only reason they love you is because there's nobody else to love and you're the only one around, so they'll love you, how does that make you feel?
Not so good.
But if they have choices to make, I could either love you or love someone else, but I've chosen to love you.
Chosen. That's
That's
a good word.
a lot better, isn't it? So God set it up where our relationship begins. Our choice does not make us anything, but it begins the process and opens the door for God to move ahead when we choose to receive what he has for us. If we choose not to, his offer is still there. But if we don't want it, well,